Hi everyone, welcome back to the Unskilled Beautician. Today we're going to be doing one final look with our nudes palette before we move on to a different makeup style. So to start, I did my two-step foundation process with my BB cream and my Fit Stick. Now I'm going to move on to my eyes. I'm going to be using these three eyeshadows down here, starting with the gold, moving over to the light brown, and then finishing with the dark brown. So to start, I'm going to take up some of my gold on my little brush here. And I'm going to start with my right eye and go about a third of the way across. As I mentioned previously, I like to go light to dark. I think it creates the best shade. But some people like to go dark to light, or start light, go darker, and then go lighter in the middle. And then go lighter at the end, I'm sorry. So both sides, about a third of the way across. You know, it doesn't have to be exact, just trying to make them fairly even. I have been doing relatively darker makeup looks lately, so I am going to try and mix it up and do this one kind of light, so that way you guys have some options as to what to do depending on your outfit and the kind of event it is. You know, darker is great for nighttime, but it's not always appropriate for the middle of the day. Alright, so that was about a third, so now I'm going to take up the light brown shade. I'm just going to do another third or so. Right eye. And left. We're not going to do eyeliner with this one. You can add it if you'd like to. I'd recommend going with a lighter color, like a light brown, as opposed to a black. I think that would be a little too much of a contrast with this look. However, if you feel like you want to do black, whatever works for you. I am then going to do the third color, the one in between the two, and that's just going to go across the last third of my eye. Right over here. So you just kind of want to make sure there are no like weird patchy things, and it's all about even in colors. That looks pretty even. Clean off my brush on the back of my hand. Of course, it is always better to clean your brush with water and soap. I use Cetaphil on my brushes because that's what I use on my face, but you can also use like a baby shampoo or a light cleanser. That'll help really keep them clean and make sure that they last a really long time. Then I'm going to take our little blending brush and just start and go back and forth in the crease, little swirly motions. Kind of just make it a nice even tone so it looks like it's fading and you get rid of all those telltale lines. Alright. Little itch on your face there. Perfect. And then the other side, back and forth in the crease, up and down, swirly motions. Goes all the way in there. Cool. So as you can see, it's just kind of like a nice, even light brown. Works really well for like a nice light blue outfit, daytime. And then you can add in an eyeliner, black, brown, gold, whatever floats your boat. I'm now going to take the same brush that I had before, and I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. So I'm also going to take my eyelash eyebrow comb them out to kind of give them their shape. Cool. And then once you do find a good eyebrow color, kind of stick with it. You don't want to be changing it up too much, because more likely than not, it's the color for your brows. I use this one. Pick it up and go. And just kind of fill them in a little. Make it so that way they look, there are no little patchy spaces or anything like that, because those are not fun. I unfortunately have very, very patchy eyebrows. Always have. I think it runs in my family, TBH. You know, it's just a trait we get. But that's okay, because that's why you can fill them in. Clean it up with your finger if you need to. You know, precision isn't perfect. This isn't an exact science. Okay, cool. I'm then going to finish by adding some mascara to my lashes. Still using the CoverGirl. Still loving it. There are some new ones I want to try. Like, I think Maybelline came out with the new one that looks like it's super thick. I may test that one out, but I also do kind of believe that if you find a product that works for you, you do want to stick to it. You know, it's one of those things, it's like Old Faithful. All right. And other eye. Ta-da. Just, you know, a couple coats back and forth across your lashes. Make them really long and pretty. All right, bottoms. Cool. After that, if you want, you can add in your blush. I'm going to. It's still the Lancome Plum color. It doesn't want to open. All right, that one, kind of pretty in like a light pink. Pick up a little more there. Fishy face. 1, 2, and that works. And then if you'd like, you can add a highlighter. I'm going to switch it up a little bit this time. Instead of using my nudes, I have this unique a la mode highlighter in a color called Pearly. It's like a rose gold. I think that's really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and pick some up on my fan brush like this. So this is a really great brush. This is what you're going to want to use for your highlighter. I'm realizing now I didn't do this in my other video. So what you're going to do is, this one isn't very fluffy. Because it's not very fluffy, you don't want to go like this because it's not going to pick up as much product. I like to go like this, like I'm sweeping. It's going to pick up a lot of product on the side. You then take the side that you used and on your cheekbone, make the fishy face and do the same blush motion. Like so. It's going to give you a nice defined highlight. With the nudes palette, if you're using that as your highlighter, do use an eyeshadow brush because this brush is going to pick up other colors and then you end up with browns and peaches and other colors on your face that you don't want to have there. So same thing on the other side. So then you just kind of get a nice defined highlight line. I then like to take my big fluffy blush brush, and buff. And there you are. That is your final look using your nudes palette. Next week, what we're going to do is we're going to use some primer, some liquid foundation and concealer, a new eyeshadow palette, and some new blush and highlighter. It may be a little bit longer just because of the more complete look that we're doing next week. I'm going to show you guys everything start to finish. So I hope to see you guys then. Have a good one. Bye. Thanks for watching.